See if my mic works. Maybe? Possibly? I see the bar going up, so that seems good. See if the game works. Yes, yes. Oh, that's right. I have game capture on, so you can't see the reshade menu. That's fine. We shan't need it. It just has anti-aliasing. That's the only thing it's doing anymore. Well, and sharpening. And depth of field. But no big deal. So how's everyone doing? Also, let me know if my voice is going through. I'm pretty sure I changed the audio tracks that it should technically work. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just speaking into the void. I'm also okay with that. Yoink. Will I forget to take down the starting soon? Yes. That will definitely happen. What's up, Red Sev? Red Sevilla? Jello 56767. Nice. We hears you. Fantastic. You'll love to see it. Thank you. Zona Dog. I haven't streamed in a while, so I mean, I've never been good at reading names, to be honest. I did grab s'mores Pop-Tarts, in case anyone was curious. Voice of an angel? Okay. All right. I don't know about that. Oh, good. My chat is on screen. Okay, good. For the VOD watchers. And you guys get to be on screen. If that's worth anything. I don't know. All right, we're going to start a new playthrough. I'm going to see how far I get. I'll probably stream for like 2 to 3 hours. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'd like to stream regularly, actually, because I want to finish this playthrough on content, as the kids say. So then people can just watch it anytime they want in the future. Not that I think I'm like a super entertaining streamer, but I think it's a good idea to like have a 1440p playthrough of the mod available for people to go and see. Hey, I'm curious how this looks. Well, there's a whole playthrough. Just go look. And then maybe we'll make some jokes along the way, and it'll be okay. Yes, I do need to delete one. Oh, okay. Well, it just crashed immediately. That's great. That's a good start. Jeez. Oh my god. What a terrible omen. Okay, there you go. Let's delete that one. Let's delete that one. Don't worry about that one. Okay, crashed again. Okay. Well, that's weird. I don't know why it's suddenly deciding to crash now. I wonder if game capture. I wonder if that fucks with.
Oh, yeah. Pale.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope the crashing is ended. It's weird. I don't really have the game crash anymore. I mean, it's like once every 3, 4, 5 hours when I'm modding, like, so it's not very often anymore.
But where's an outsider like yourself to begin?
Do we know who this guy is, by the way?
With a bit of Yharnam blood of your own.
Have we figured out who this guy is? Also, I'll mess with the audio.
But first, you'll need a contract.
Nice. Arcane build. I don't think I've ever done an arcane build, to be honest with you. I'm usually just skill or strength, which, I mean, obviously is the two choices, but... Isn't Blood Tinge good for parries? What's up, Devin? Devon Danger. I set the stream to low latency, which is what I usually use. But for a second, I almost used, they give you like normal latency, low latency, or ultra low latency. And if you use the standard one, it has the highest image quality, but they say it's harder to chat with your chat live. I'm like, oh, okay. So you kind of pick the low latency one, but not the ultra low latency, because then image quality sucks ass, apparently. So I was like, oh, okay. Okay, what should I start with? What are we thinking? This is kind of a base one that just has high vitality. Ooh, high endurance, though. Not to say that stamina is like my biggest problem in Bloodborne, though. That's more of a DS2 issue. And like Lies of P. Those games, I feel like I need stamina big time. But Bloodborne, eh. Important, but... okay, this one just has high strength, good endurance, good vitality. Obviously, that's your strength build. Military veteran. Ooh, see, I like this one because it goes for offense. It's just strength, skill, then your vitality and endurance. So this one, maybe we go military veteran. We're jamming with that. Am I young? No, I'm old. Also, don't worry about the blur. It's currently the depth of field it doesn't understand. Actually, yeah, I guess I can turn that off. Yoink. Just for now. It doesn't understand the UI. Some people in the community here, or some people in the community have made mods for it as well. Has tried to, but it's so different to both Order and DST. I'm not sure what that means. I'll be honest. I'm not sure what that means. That's just on my end, probably. I don't know. I haven't streamed in a while. Ooh, I got jump scared by how pasty this guy is. Oh my good God. I do need to look at the MTD settings for the skin, because I don't think the default skin shading looks terribly good, to be honest. And it also, I think, looks bad in DS3. And I was able to lower the oiliness of it a little bit. I do need to look at that. Yeah, aged voice. Build. Burly upper body. Hell yeah. Waste of skin. Yeah, they always have to have one, right? I'm in that boat. I wonder when we'll get online play. They've been playing around with it. I haven't been keeping up to date super well, but I think they got the Cumgen to work. Maybe I saw the wrong tweet. If you heard that sneeze, no you didn't. You didn't hear that sneeze. Okay, I'm gonna be big upper body dude. What about... I think it's weird that they put hair under face details. That's weird. Rip remake potential. Yeah. There was a report that came out. Well, I would say a report, but really it was just by like an investigative or like social media person. So like take that with like a dump truck of salt, right? But they were doing some... They said they had reporting from former employees of Bluepoint. Yeah, it seems like they were thinking about doing it, but it never got green lit. But like for a Bloodborne remake, but like Sony was like, and they just never greenlit it, and it just never went anywhere because I guess the Demon Souls remake didn't make enough money. This is all just speculation because we're just trusting that this person actually talked to former Bluepoint. Like, it makes sense, but because one thing that I did find interesting is that Sony never talked about Demon Souls remake as like how many copies it sold, as far as I know. Like, I don't think they ever talked about it. Okay, I'm gonna go huge beard. Well, yes, this feels like a very Bloodborne looking guy. Who needs Blue Point when we have From Software? It's very sweet, but no, Blue Point. I mean, I looked at them more as like a technical, like I don't know. They're so good technically. I think artistically, eh, I'm a little bit less positive towards them in terms of artistic intent, but I think technically they're one of the best studios, or was, unfortunately. Demon Souls Remake, 5 years out, almost 6 years out, still is like one of the best games ever, like top five. So Scarred Soul, that hasn't been confirmed, of course. I think that's been a popular theory, is that, well, and Shuhei Yoshida did talk about it, but he was saying that he didn't know for sure. That was his assumption. Now, of course, he was very high up in Sony, so like it does seem odd when he goes, "Oh, well, I'm just speculating." It's like, well, you were pretty high up in Sony, and you were there forever. So, like, if anyone would know, I feel like he'd probably have a good idea. Um, but he spoke very. Oh, it doesn't save the. Oh, that's dumb. Okay, let me do that again. Yeah, because it kind of goes against what he said in other instances where he's like, I wish more people could play Bloodborne, essentially. Like it's stuck on the PS4, but like I don't know, he's been pretty, at least what he said. So I don't know. Oh, brow color, yeah, let's change brow color. This guy's gonna look old as shit. I do have face customization turned off with the Vertex Explosion mod. Yeah, Bloodborne is an old game. It's crazy. You know what still bothers me though is how they didn't even mention it on the 10-year anniversary, which is weird considering they talked about it on the 5th anniversary. They made a post about it. I don't know. Like, to me, that seems weird. I don't know why you wouldn't. Why would you talk about it on the 5-year anniversary, but then ignore the 10th year anniversary? And then I shaved my head because I promised that I would on social media. I was like, well, if they don't do anything on the 10th anniversary, I'll shave my head. And then I did. And it thankfully grew back. Dude, this guy looks kind of sick. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash.
Good.
Everything Sony does at this point is for money anyway. Well, see, that's what's interesting is that if it was just about money, they would do it. Because obviously it'll make money. Like, there's just no doubt it wouldn't make money. I think it's one of the few sure bets, unless you just completely destroyed it. Like, I don't know how that's possible, but if they somehow just destroyed it in the process of remaking it, I don't know. I like it's a guaranteed smash hit. Like even if, like honestly, all they need to do is like a PC port, even a bare bones PC port, and like you're golden. You're gonna make millions, millions, millions of dollars, like easy. Now, especially if they do like a bare bones port, which is weird because Sony just recently was talking about like, oh yeah, we need to do more remasters and remakes. And it's like, well, you legit just closed the like one of the, I mean, the top remake studios as far as I think remakes go. As far as PC ports, I'd say Nixus is probably the best at that. Bluepoint didn't have any experience making PC ports as far as I know, which is maybe why they didn't do the Demon Souls remake PC port, which is a shame. I still think like Like, that's the other thing, is if Sony was purely interested in just money, they would also port Demon Souls Remake to PC. They would have done that a long time ago. The fact that they didn't capitalize on Elden Ring is insane. It, criminally negligent. I mean, it's obviously just as a business, but like, if I were the shareholders, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? The one of the biggest games of all time, one of the greatest selling games, one of the best reviewed games, the game that brought in millions of new players to the Souls genre. And I mean, it's on the map. And you didn't put their first Souls game on PC? That's crazy. That's insane. Why would you do that? I don't know. It pisses me off because I'm just like, I don't get it. What do you think about the From Software engine? I assume you mean. I've done that also with me. You think it's possible to make a remake like Demon Souls with this engine? I mean, not to the fidelity level that perhaps we're used to. No. I don't think you would use this engine necessarily, but I love the From Software engine. Obviously, I'm biased, but you could obviously have higher asset quality. Now the shaders, that's a different thing, but I personally think if you brought Bloodborne up to Elden Ring's level, like if you just use the current version of their Dandelion 2 engine, I think you'd already get a pretty nice uplift with the TAA, the better SSAO, the better GI, the better everything. I mean, it's just a better engine at this point than what they were doing with Bloodborne, right? And that's why I think a remaster. To be honest, I actually don't really want a Bloodborne remake because I don't think you need to remake it. I don't think you do. I think it needs like a light remaster. You know, I think that's about it. That's kind of where I'm at on it. I think it's such a special. I don't know, like the art direction of Bloodborne does seem like just, I don't know, you don't mess with that. And obviously, as far as remakes go, you're gonna mess with the art direction. That's just what happens. So I don't know. I would prefer if they just remaster it. Or technically, my preferred choice is they just do a PC port. And, you know, make it a decent port, but you don't have to put a ton of work into it. Don't worry about the textures. Don't worry about, we'll cover that. The modders will take care of that. But if you give us a native port, oh, I didn't get my weapons. Chat, that's on you. Chat, that's on you. I was yapping. Yeah, one of the best games ever, and Sony acts as if it doesn't exist. I assume there's obviously reasons behind why they don't talk about it, which is their own fault. Because if you had been not misusing the IP, you wouldn't have that problem. But, you know, I get in the current situation they're in, they're not going to talk about it because it will just cause a shitload of articles and, you know, so I think they just go, okay, well, let's say nothing. What do you think of Neo? Yeah, I do think it's more Ninja Gaiden than it is Soulsborne. I've actually been revisiting Neo 1. I just put another 20, 25, 30 hours into Neo 1. And then I just put, I think I'm at 10 or 15 hours into Neo 2. Kind of revisiting them because I dropped both of them back in 2022, 2023, after like 20 hours. Basically, I played Neo 1, I got to a certain point, and I was like, they're just amping the bullshit up. I'm not loving this. I don't know. Like, I didn't hate it. I just was like, okay. So then I was like, well, let's boot up Neo 2. So then I played Neo 2 for like 20 hours. And I got to a point where I went, yeah, I'm kind of done. I've seen the enemies. I get the gist of what's happening. The level design is fine. But like, I think my biggest critique of Neo after putting over 100 hours in between Neo 1 and Neo 2. I also played like 10 hours of the Neo 3 demo. And I kind of had the same takeaway, which is that, gun to my head, couldn't name one boss in Neo. Not to say that there haven't been like, I can remember some fun ones a little bit, but as far as like the names, no idea. The lore, no idea. Absolute insanity. I forgot you played as this Bill character in the first game, which ended up becoming the guy in Final Fantasy Origin. The faces are very similar. They're just a little bit less severe features for the one in Neo 1. And I kind of like the mission design of Neo 1 and 2. Neo 3 being open world, that didn't really do much for me. I don't know. At least in the demo, I was like, eh. Because it still was just... It just felt like you were traversing like a procedural generated... Like, I don't know. There's something about Team Ninja's level design that's really utilitarian. Like, it gets the job done, but it obviously doesn't have the sauce, you know? That Wuchang, I will say, yes, their level design was fantastic. That definitely, I don't know which one to pick. I really don't know which one to pick. I guess I am an old guy, so I should go for the Threaded King. Take Hunter Pistol. Yeah, I'm gonna be better about chatting and playing. I know I say that. What system are you playing on? I'm still playing on the same system, which I should have like a pinned thing, but I don't know how streaming works. But anyway, I have a Ryzen 7 5700X, 8 core, 16 thread, of course, and RTX 4060 Ti, 16 gigabyte version, thank God. You know, this shadow actually looks pretty solid now. Curious. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's obviously way too bright for the room you're in, but whatever. It looks cool. Yeah, Wuchang was cool. I unfortunately dipped out of Wuchang after they kept patching it, and then they started removing content, and then they changed, like, quests, then they started changing names or something. Like, they got into, like, some weird censorship thing where the government... Well, not censorship in the way that, like, the weird anti-woke people talk about, like that bullshit. It was just kind of like, okay, so now this boss doesn't die? He kind of just hangs out? And then that's weird. And it was something to do with, obviously there's like historical figures, and so I don't know. It was a little strange, and that kind of soured me on it a little bit, where I was like, oh, okay. So where are we ending? What's the what's the end point for this? Oh, that's pretty good. Man, I need to use more transform attacks. I'm actually really bad about that in general playing Bloodborne. But yeah, Neo, I was a bit surprised. I talked about this in one of my videos recently, but it was like deep into the video. So the chances of people seeing it, I think, is low. Then again, I didn't look at the comments because I'm a bad YouTuber. Also, don't notice the sun shadows moving. Don't worry about that. That used to crash the game every time that would happen, but not anymore. Okay, I'm gonna soak the bit rate, or let the bit rate soak in the dynamic shadows and the baked shadow removal. God, it looks so good. Also, the mustache looks really good. Yeah, Neo, I was a little surprised to see the Neo 3 get like 9s and 10s. Especially with like spending like 10 hours with the demo, which of course is not the full game. Oh, hold on. Let me turn on my depth of field again. And I read some of the top reviews, and it was a bit curious. Now, of course, they're just reviews, and they're people's opinions, so, like, that's totally valid. I do think it's interesting that, like, when I read the reviews, it was, like, 90% talking about the combat. Weirdly, not even talking about the bosses, really, or, like, the enemies. It was just, like, the combat's great. And, like, that was it. And then, like, the rest of the review was like, hey, yeah, it also has areas that you go through, you know? And, you know, there's stuff, and didn't really talk about the music. Graphically, they were like, it's okay. And then they would be like 9 or 10 out of 10. And I was like, and of course I'm being a little reductive here, but a lot of the reviews were like that. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Story? You want to talk about the story? And they're like, nah, story's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm like, really? 9 or 10 out of 10? That's interesting. Okay. But I do think the combat loop is very fun. Unfortunately, I think my big issue with Nioh is that their time to kill, which I know is usually something you only talk about in, like, first-person shooters, but in Nioh, it's very quick. Like, you die if you get hit within, like, 2 or 3 hits. And I was leveling health normally. And man, on some of these bosses, like, there's also some bosses that have a one-shot kill, which is just a pet peeve of mine. I've never liked that. I just don't like one-shot kill stuff. I don't know. It's just never been something that I think is terribly fun. If you don't avoid this one move, it immediately kills you. I'm like, nah, that's not my jam. You know what's interesting is I actually preferred Team Ninja's other game, Wolong Fallen Dynasty. I finished that game. That game fucking rocks. It's still like a 7.58 out of 10, but it was a good-ass time. I think it's also because that had a focus on parrying or deflecting, and that just spoke to me a lot more than Nioh, which is very focused on blocking, which is odd to me because it's I don't know. I guess I'm not terribly used to. I'm used to dodging in Souls games. Blocking was never my thing. I'm not a big shield user, and so in Nioh, obviously, you don't have shields as far as I know. You have weapons, and so you're supposed to block with the weapons. But I guess for me, I felt like, man, I'm right there. Couldn't you just make it to where I timed the block perfectly and then I get a deflect or something? But no, that's not what it is. And apparently in Nioh, when you usually dodge in a Souls game, you should block in Nioh. And that has just never fully clicked with my brain, I think. So it is a skill issue, largely. There are people who love the Diablo-style loot. I think it's a bit overwhelming. I don't know. It gets to the point where a lot of the items are just trash. I think that's my problem, is that most of the things I'm picking up, there's like a 90% chance that I just want to dismantle that or toss it in the trash, or I don't know. It's a lot, you know? Alright, let's grab this item. Oh, how's the game sound, by the way? Is it loud enough, but not too loud over my voice? I may have gotten lucky with the settings on that. I probably should have asked earlier. Okay, I'll turn sound effects up to 5. Okay. For a second, I thought I had the mod or the patch installed that put me into stealth mode, to where nobody attacks me unless I attack them. You bitch, I kind of thought you were dead, to be honest with you. If I'm going to be open and honest right now, I thought you were dead. Oh shit. But yeah, I just uninstalled Nioh 2 last night. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I put another 10, 15 hours into it. I'm good. I see what it is. I see what it is. I hate to use the term slop, because it's obviously not. The loop, though, is very much like just go through areas, defeat the same enemies. Their layout slightly. You go through areas multiple times. They reuse levels a lot. I don't know, just it starts to blend together because I don't know. I just don't think the levels are terribly interesting. Alright, we're jamming. That's enough Neo slander. I still think it's a game worth playing. People should absolutely... There's going to be people who absolutely fuck with it. Heavy. And I think that's great. I'm happy to see that Neo 3, I think, did well. Well, I don't think we know that yet, but it reviewed well. I would hope that it sells well, because I do like Team Ninja. I think my problem with them is more of like, I think y'all just make too much stuff. Like, they did Rise of the Ronin, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, they kind of co-ish developed the new Ninja Gaiden, kind of. But mostly that was Platinum Games. And then they did, obviously, Neo 3. But yeah, you have Wolong, Rise of the Ronin, helping out on Ninja Gaiden 4. And then you also do Neo 3, and I think they have another project. Like, I don't know. It's like... Y'all gotta slow down. Yeah, blocking is faster than dodging. I mean, yeah, the blocking is very quick, and you do, you know, pull it up very quickly, but obviously when they hit you, it reduces your stamina. And obviously in Neo, when you run out of stamina, like they want to punish you for that, which makes perfect sense. But that's kind of what made me dodge, is that I was like, well, okay, well, I don't want to run out of stamina, which I guess the dodge obviously takes stamina as well. But yeah, and then the key pulse, I got a lot better about the key pulse once I unlocked the you can key pulse on a dodge. I still don't love the idea of the key pulse, just in general. I think it's an added level of monotony that sucks. I don't know. I don't like the idea. And that's just a fundamental thing that I don't like. And I think some people are absolutely gonna love it, and I just don't. I think it's just annoying to have to remember to always hit another button. And then the control layout is another pain point for me, and that's just because I come from Soul. There is, of course, the Type B control scheme, which moves some of it to a more Soul style. But annoyingly, your dodge and interact are still, like... See, your interact is like B, your dodge is A, and then your block is like X still, which is weird. I don't know, like I want it to be L1. And then in Neo 2, you can't even rebind the block or the interact button. In Neo 1 you can, but anyway, those are my little gripes. Let's kill this jabroni. How many times will I die? I don't know. I play the game a lot, so you would assume that would make me good at it, right? You would think. Ooh, torch. Nice. I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know what drops. I don't remember everything, but I remember most of it. Because this is what I do so often every day. I've spent so much time in Central Yharnam. It's the undead burg of Bloodborne. And I love it. I think Central Yharnam is definitely... I think Undead Burg is #1 for me of like Souls area. But Central Yharnam is definitely up there. I know it was said that you Okay, actually, let me go back to my normal. Oh, they died. Okay. All right, let me throw the Molotovs because why not? Quadruple kill. I don't know if that's what they say. Kill-tacular? Something like that. Where's my Halo nerds at? Also, if it ever seems like I'm not reading your message, sometimes the YouTube chat just stops working, which is crazy. I was like, isn't that like your big thing? Shouldn't you make sure that works? Well, not always. There's a lot of times where it just does not. And I have to like refresh it. I'm like, okay, that's dumb. Also ignore this mesh. This mesh has a weird issue that I have no idea about. And it came back on its own, so no idea. Pebble, noise. I'm not gonna go in the sewers just yet. Maybe I should do Cleric Beast. No, it is optional. What's up, guys? Ooh, okay, good. I was afraid it was gonna hit the... Okay, I killed your friend. I'm sorry about that. Okay, well, if you stop yelling about it for a second, you might be able to reach me. Okay, three stuck. I'm doing real good on bots. I mean, that's obviously the benefit of playing this game a million times, is I know where all the enemies are. So I can be super efficient with blood vials. Nice. Oh, blood vial. You love to see it. Molotov abuser. Yeah. 100% I am. You know, and it's really because I'm terrible at using items in games. Like Sekiro, I generally just play that game with the sword and that's it. I don't use prosthetic tools. I don't use anything because I suck at it. I'm not good at multitasking. And remembering to use multiple things. So I kind of like that Sekiro lets me go singularly focused on just deflecting and attacking. That's it, which I love. But yeah, in Bloodborne I have gotten good at like using Molotovs, but I'm not good at using any other item. Like Pebble, man, I have never chucked a motherfucking Pebble in my life. I don't know. I've never found a reason to use them in Bloodborne, but that's just me. Alright, so we got the first shortcut. You'd love to see it. We can't level up yet. Understandably. Actually, yeah, I guess we should go to the sewers, right? Yeah, we should probably go to the sewers. Get some more shards. Yeah, there is an item down here. That's true. Cold Blood Doom. Nice. We get all of our leveling items. Ah, yes, this is the preferred way. Nice, I remember this. So how's everyone in the chat doing? I know it's generally hard to talk to me. I'm not terribly available for talking on purpose. So streaming is one of the few chances. Not as if it's it should be sought after as some sort of exclusive thing. Like, I'm just a dude. You know? Oh my god. Oh, hey, okay, I almost got fucking taken down by a dog. Holy shit. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's what's gonna take me down. It's just some bullshit. That is completely my own fault. Lady, I don't know of a safe place yet. Also, you're fucking rude. So I don't know why I'd want to save you, to be honest. Also, look at this dynamic lighting. It's pretty sick. go see our homegirl. Although I will cut these down. Whoop. Nope. Nope. Yep. Fourth time's the charm. Oh, cold blood, dude. You love to see it. Oh, there is actually some light coming through. I mean, obviously you see from the windows, but... Whoop. Nice. Go. Let's go see our homegirl. I think we might be older than Eileen. What's up, girl?
What a mess you've
Am I an
been
outsider?
causing. And
I mean, as far as I know,
all
that's...
the here to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are
Okay, thank you, big dog. Thank you for the 4 pole hunter's marks. The homie bones. Ooh, almost fell. Yeah, we don't want to fall down just yet. Got him. Woohoo. Suck it, nerd. Alright, let's make sure we get all the items down here. Okay, I thought there was an item there. Maybe not. I think it's on the other side. These guys are tricky. Because if you let them get off some of their strong attacks, oh boy, that does some fucking damage. Especially the... What would you call that? A scythe? Is that a scythe? Cold blood, dude. Very nice. I think there's a gun guy over here. Right? Well, there's that one. I could have sworn there was one here. Testing my knowledge of the game, and it's not going well. At least not yet. Alright, so now we can hop down. Ooh. I have absolutely been killed by these rats before. Ooh, saw spear. Okay, so good. I did drop down on the right side. That's what I was assuming. Although, will I use the saw spear? Did anyone see that tactical strafe? That's pretty sick. No stamina used. Still dodge the attack. Okay, well I can't get that one. So, I'm gonna get the insight from you guys. Got him. Weeks. Oh, you love to see it. Let me crack that bad boy open. Literally, whoever skull that is. Throwing knife. You know what? I'm gonna get good at... I'm gonna throw some shit. Let me throw some shit. I've been watching somebody play through Lies of P. And throwables in that game are super powerful. That definitely reminds me. Let's throw some shit. Okay, yep. Let's go get some more items. Top up, because I've been pretty good at it. Yeah, these guys can fuck you if you let them. And I do not let them. In case that wasn't... Okay, well actually I'll knock you down. And then I'll kill you later. Also check out the dynamic light coming down here. It looks pretty sweet. 2 of you? I don't know about that. Man, I dodged that bullet at the last goddamn second. Ow. Got him. Cursed Beast? Okay. I mean, let's settle down. Oh, he's still alive. Nah, he's dead. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's get some more items. I hate you, birds, with every fiber of my being. I love the design. Whoever chose to put that bird inside the barrels, or like right behind them, very smart. I respect it. Okay, okay. I mean, so far it's been easy street, right? Eventually, I will be challenged. When that'll be, but... Okay, let's drop. Oh, nice. I still don't know why I act surprised. Where can I see your PC specs? Yeah, that's my bad. I should pen that. Maybe I can't type in the chat. Maybe that works. Well, I mean, I can type in the chat, but I don't know if I can pen it. 700X. 4060 Ti, 16 gigabyte, 32 gigabyte TD. Well, okay, the only option it gives me is to put myself in timeout. Well, okay. I mean, that seems weird. Okay, well, YouTube chat, whatever. Also, I gotta let my cat out. Man, the stream replay is like way out of date. Oh, I think it's been playing like 30 minutes behind. Okay. That makes total sense. Alright. Didn't I just come from there? Yeah, right? Also, yes, I do get lost in the sewers. Just like everybody else. Well, technically there's a lot of people who don't get lost in the sewers, but I am one who proudly gets lost in the sewers. Okay, so yeah, these guys down here. Oops, sorry guys. That's on me. I didn't really care about those 10 bullets if I'm honest, but... Okay. Okay, don't mind me, big dog. Ah, okay, I woke you up from your nap. That sucks. That's not ideal. I know how that feels. Okay, pig, you're gonna have to die. I'm very sorry, pig. Shit. Yeah, do your slam. Okay, shit. I want to fist you. Damn it. Oh shit. Going for the... Okay, fuck you. Okay, fisting failed. Yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted your cold blood too. And then... I actually want to use this ladder first. Not a big fan of the other ladder. Don't care about that ladder. That other ladder is a trap. Meant to kill you. I mean, technically it gets you, like, past the ball or whatever, but I want the shortcut. That's what I want. Oh, yeah, that's right. Got it, got it. Man, we're cruising. Check out the dynamic lighting. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Check it out. Oh, fuck yeah. Damn, I got saved on that one. Oh, well, okay. The stairs fucked me. Just so we're clear. Well, okay. Well, this is going well. Oh. Okay, normally I kill those guys, like, so much better. Just so everyone knows. Okay, I have to redeem myself on this guy. See, that's how it's supposed to be. But he decided to do a move I didn't like. Voice. Max blood vials. You love to see it. Alright. Oh yeah, let's go back to the doll. Okay. I should do Cleric Beast. That I know. Because it's fun. Why not? You know? Why the hell not? That's the other way you can level up, is by dying to Cleric Beast. Or I think it's just getting the insight. Maybe from seeing Cleric Beast? I mean, the same difference, I guess, right? Alright. Now let's use... Oh. Bloodborne. I don't know why you didn't just learn from Dark Souls 2. I know you guys were co-developed, or like overlapping development time, but and separate teams. But Dark Souls 2 did it right. Just hit use and then let me pick how many I want to use. And if there's only one, just use that one. That's it. You already perfected it. This use and use multiple sucks. Stupid. Stupid. And you guys have continued with it. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. I mean, it makes a little bit of sense, but not that much. Just let me hit it and then let me choose. That's it. That's all you gotta do. I don't know why they decided on that. Oh yeah, let's level up the, Now here's the question. I probably should level up the saw spear. If we're being real, truthful, and honest, and vulnerable, I should probably just do the saw spear. All those in favor? I'm gonna look for all the hands up. Oh, okay. Everyone says saw spear. Crazy. Crazy how that works. No threaded cane, people? Insanity. Oh, too late. Spear 100%. Yeah, see? The ball knowers know. I actually like the cane, to be honest. I like all the weapons. I don't think there's a Bloodborne weapon I don't like. There's not a ton of them, like, when you compare to, like, Dark Souls, but... Especially Dark Souls 2. Jesus Christ. That game has 5 million different pieces of armor and weapons. It's awesome. But I also respect Bloodborne for being like, no, we're going to be a little bit more selective. Especially because they have, like, you know, the transform attacks. And, God, they're so cool. Alright, so... What do I level up? Is this the guy? Because I think I had... Yeah, this guy already had pretty decent skill and strength. Maybe 1 vitality. Okay, maybe 2 vitality. 2 endurance. And then this scales the same with strength or skill, which, correct me if I'm wrong, which I probably am, that means that skill is still the better stat out of the two because it scales more with viscerals? Am I crazy? Am I incorrect? Because I thought that was true. Well, there's blood tinge. I'll admit, blood tinge and arcane, foreign concepts to me. I don't interact with them. I mean, I guess that's probably related to like Dark Souls where I don't play magic builds. I just have never really been able to do it. But maybe for now we just pump up those two stats. We just pump up the two high ones.
Farewell.
And then we'll buy some blood vials with our pocket change. This is what I do with the life gems in Dark Souls 2. And they get more expensive over time, which is crazy. That Miyazaki was like, you know what would be a fun concept? Inflation. And I disagree, Miyazaki. I think it makes sense. Obviously the higher level that you get, the more souls that you can get from each enemy. I guess it makes sense that the blood vials, the blood vial economy. Also, I guess it makes sense that how are we buying the vials? Like, where is that blood? It's coming from the Chalice dungeons, right? Like, isn't it old blood? Isn't that what we're injecting ourselves with? And so presumably there's a limited quantity or like finite, right? So I guess maybe it's those little dudes. Maybe they're the ones who grab it. I don't know. Also, I love that bosses don't take it. You know? Yeah, we should go kill Cleric Beast. Nice. You almost had me. You almost had me, my dude. Oh, this guy. You're dead. It's not aggro the wolves. Did not one-shot the bird. That's crazy. Dude, I wasn't even targeting you, and I still parried your ass. That's crazy work. I just shot in your general direction, and it totally worked. As God intended. I have the music on a 5. Is this a mod for Shad PS4? It is indeed. It is currently running on Shad PS4. The wonderful, wonderful emulator. It is running at 1440p. And it's running my mod, which of course has these dynamic shadows, the removal of baked lighting, well, not removal of baked lighting, but the removal of baked shadows, and then keeping the rest of the baked lighting. But then you get the dynamic shadows, better texture quality, not on everything, but on a lot of stuff thus far. And then I also disable the in-game anti-aliasing, so that's now being done through Reshade. There's more parallax occlusion mapping on a lot of surfaces by making new height maps. I'm making new shininess maps for a lot of surfaces, so how they react to the sun. They're getting like usually 4x boost in resolution, technically. Because the albedo resolution, for instance, was like 1K resolution, and then the shininess map would be like 256 by 256, because it doesn't need to be the same exact resolution. So when I upscale the albedo texture to 2K resolution, so 2048 by 2048, at the same time I make a shininess map that is 2048 by 2048. So it's a pretty huge jump in quality for those maps because I have extra video memory to play around with. So now that the emulator accepts that very easily. And it no longer causes the issue where things essentially stop loading because it just runs out of memory. But that doesn't happen anymore. And it's glorious. Yeah, I'm not gonna lock on. So you're not good for that. Oh dude, I am just cooking your bitch ass. All power attacks. All day. Okay, now. Cleric Beast is just trying to orient itself. Like, yeah, don't worry about it. Oh, I missed. Dude, I already have Cleric Beast down to half health. I didn't even look at the health bar. I was just... Oh, I forget. You do have that move that once then turns into like a flame attack. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Ooh, okay. Well, okay. That was a pretty good attack. I'll give you that. Oh, you broke my goddamn carriage? Come on, big dog. Actually, let me go pick up my bullets. Okay. I mean, that was dumb. I shouldn't have just stood in front of you. I'm kind of playing with my food again. I want to do my power attacks, okay? Let me do my power attacks. I honestly wanted to like get a visceral because you could just like break through. Man, I'm tanking these hits. Didn't stand a chance. Absolutely bullied. I mean, I took a lot of hits, but 7 blood vials, that's not bad. Sword hunter, noise. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to the 100 Street. That was an easy peasy. That was a dub. A W in the chat, as the kids would say. I mean, I guess they're saying like 6-7 now. Which I eventually got annoyed enough that I looked up what that meant. And turns out there's no meaning for it. I was like, oh. Well, fuck me, I guess. Alright, cool. Like, apparently that's the joke, is that there is no meaning. It's like, oh, okay. You got me. 6-7. Okay, I don't... Did I get another thingamajiggy? I did not. Okay. I need goddamn 5 Titanite shards? That's crazy. That's crazy work.
Very well.
Also in this run, I don't think I'll spend any of my insight. I think I'll just have a shitload of insight, and then I'll just pay the price for that. Which I do think it's a shame that insight was not a mechanic everywhere. It kind of was in a couple cases of like seeing the amygdalas, that's awesome. And then you have in Himwick where they spawn those like weird dark being monster things. I don't know. And it looks really cool. And then you have the fucking witches of Hemwick. Like obviously that's more difficult when you have higher insight. But like beyond that, I can't remember. Well, I also know there's something to do with the baby crying, like depending on the insight you have. But other areas don't have that same like spawning new enemies type of thing, which is a bit of a shame. I actually think that would be cool to just have higher insight and then be essentially in a challenge mode if you kept high insight. but that's not really how things went. Let's go back to Central Yharnam, the central part of Central Yharnam. Also, thank you all for showing up for the stream. Good shit. I know my previous streams have been a little, I mean, obviously it's been a while since I streamed. And it's going to take some work to, like, build a consistent audience, just because obviously streaming is not something I normally do, and being really, you know, not consistent with it, it just destroys that, right? So the goal is to, yeah, just kind of, and I've tried it before, but I'm feeling better about it this time for various reasons. And I don't know, I like the idea of it. Because also it's like, I know some people don't like to admit that, but like, or admit this, but part of it is social interaction to a point for me. Like, I do have some, obviously, outside the internet, but it's not as much as other people, so there are times where I'm like, you know what, it actually would be nice to just kind of just hang out and talk about. And then obviously my community, or I know there's a shitload of people in my community that do share similar interests to me, because obviously, so I don't know, makes sense. It seems like a waste to not interact with your audience in like a stream setting. Okay, well the stairs fucked me. We all saw it. Although it just saved me there because I didn't get hit. Okay. What's up, big dog? Check it out. Check it out. So yeah, I do plan on streaming multiple times per week. That's the plan. Obviously, mental health or in-person things, you know, notwithstanding, but generally, I think it'll be fun. I mean, at a minimum, I would like to get a full playthrough of each From Software game on the channel. Like, that's minimum. That's the initial goal. That just seems like a good idea, you know? Come on, guys. Nice. Was that a full wipe? No, I was hoping it was a clean wipe. Or a full wipe, or a, what do we call it? A clean sweep? It's close enough. Alright, let's go kill these two jabronis, and then Papa G, I believe I have first tried him before, but it's not usually what happens. Usually it takes me just a little bit, because I still find him pretty challenging, which I think is why he's such a great boss. I also do understand the criticism of, like, he's better than a lot of the other base game bosses I think people would generally consider. Like, he's more noteworthy. And it's like, yeah, I guess I can see that. Obviously the DLC brings up the boss roster. Personally, I think Bloodborne boss roster is fine. But I don't know. I don't know if I fuck with you guys. I don't know about that. I'm not sure about that. Maybe I do. Okay, here we go. It's officially Papa G time. I do think I upscaled something on Papa G. There was some texture on him that was pretty low resolution. I wonder if we'll be able to see it in the cutscene. We're about to find out. What's up, dude?
Beasts all over the shop.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
will be one of them, sooner or later.
Damn, I'll be one of them? That's crazy. Well, alright. I was hoping we could have been friends, but... Damn, good start. Holy shit, that does a lot of damage on you.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me.
Does it? Does it sing to you? I don't think it should, man. I don't think blood's supposed to do that. Alright, well don't do your twirl attacks. Yeah. Oh, the timing. Like, it's such a cool fight. Like, come on. Just an absolute brawl. Oh, the shooting. No, he goes right into a fucking shot? That's so cool. I want to get another parry, though. Well, okay, that's not bad. I could parry him, I suppose. Got him. Yeah, that didn't work out. I got 2 more shots. Okay, well, ow. Okay, well, ow. I'm in danger. Never mind. I call an ambulance, but not for me. Got him. It got a little stressful there for a second. Pretty good. W. Nice. Alright, let me go get my little gym up here. Then I'll go back to the hunter stream. Yeah, we're cruising. Okay, thus far, no difficulty, but I do play the game a lot, so it's not really... For a second there, I was like, man, that almost looked like Henrik or whatever. I finally heard him say, "Forgive me." I always thought it was just some beastly scream. Yeah. Sad Papa G. Bro was just going through it. And he killed his wife, but, you know. You know what's interesting? I think I've only used the music box, like, once. I've never been a huge music box user, but I think it's really cool that they give you that as like a reward for doing a quest, even though the quest is sad and fucked up. But that's normal, right? You know, droplet blood gem, hell yeah. Let me crush that.
Welcome.
What's your desire?
Very
You know? It's a good question. It's a good question. Let's go up 1 on skill, I guess, yeah. Let's use my pocket change for blood vials. I'm curious if I can get up to the maximum on blood vial. Or, well, it's up to like 600. Yeesh. Maybe not. Maybe I don't get to the max, but... Nice. We got 47 total right now. I feel like I'm going to be pretty good on blood vials. I generally don't have to grind for vials anymore, but that's because I know the game. So it's not really like an equivalent thing, right? I do know I'm probably missing some shards to upgrade the weapon, but that's fine. I'll eventually be able to buy some anyway. So realistically, eh. Also, damage isn't really my problem at the moment. Ooh, God, I do love the Yharnam Hunter set. It's so sick. I definitely don't like looking like this. I think it's an okay starting outfit, but I would like to look cooler, if I may say so. All right, so Cathedral Ward, we basically go straight to, well, there's some looting we can do in Cathedral Ward. But technically we are off to Old Yharnam to beat BSB, who I do usually struggle with a little bit. That's always been a boss I struggle with, just a bit. I think it's the poison, and I don't know, it just gets kind of stressful. But I love Old Yharnam. I think that's what I really like about Bloodborne. Is I love the base game areas a lot. I don't really have an area that I go, oh, not that place again. I know a lot of people do, but I personally find them really nice to go through. I don't know. Like, even Forbidden Woods, I think it's kind of cool. Holy shit, I just got reposted by Maximilian, dude. What the fuck? Oh boy. Well, that's gonna be big. Well, that's the GOAT. Oh shit, okay. Oh god. My Twitter notifications are about to pop the fuck off. Oh boy. I've been wondering when, well, I was gonna be honored if at some point Max was gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna play your mod on stream. I'd be like, come again, what? I've been watching that dude for a long time. Some of my favorite Souls playthroughs, for sure. I'm not so much into the fighting game angle of it, but he's such a cool dude. Big inspiration, honestly, as far as like how he handles himself, and like professional, and just seems like a good dude, you know? And in this world currently, man, you gotta you gotta savor any of the good people that you can find. I'll say that. All right, your jabroni ass is standing there. Your ass. Got him. Now I do know there's a Bagman over here. Or no, Bagman's not here yet. Bagman is here at the second version. I think when it's nighttime. I think. Yeah. Nice. Bagman's knowledge. Sick. I'll only say sick like 500 times on stream. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. Hey, Carl, you were not invited to this party. I'm fighting Dwayne. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Oh shit, I actually got that on the stairs. Look at that. Oh my god. I might be goated. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. You know what? I take it back. Maybe I'm goated. No, my Midwestern self doesn't let that hang out there. I have played the game a lot, so that's my advantage. But then again, I guess challenge runners, like, that's their thing. They just play the game a shitload, so. Not to say that just because you play the game a lot means you'll be good at it, because that's definitely not true. Alright, let's go to Old Yharnam. What's up, big dog? Hey, can I grab the items first? Also, I don't want to be grabbed by... Oh, yeah. Hunter garb shit, please. Alright, Dwayne. Okay, well, I got robbed. We know I got robbed on that. Okay? Oh, I can level up my weapon. Oh, God, that was close. Holy shit, that was close. Okay, well, I thought I hit you with that. I'm gonna be real, but I clearly did not. Got him. Got him. Okay, got you too. Okay, well, I didn't fully get him. You know what I mean. I got him mid. Hey, tall dude. Walk back. Oh no, not the ball guy. This ball guy is usually a struggle for me a little bit. I mean, I usually still one-shot him, but dude gets off some hits. Let me tell you. Oh, I just noticed that there's a scurrying... Damn, okay. I gotta come back. There was a little... I forget if there's a little loot goblin. Yeah, he always gets a couple shots on me, you know? I'm not... Because he's like the only guy that has that ball. What's his fucking story? Why is he the ball warrior? Got him. Oh, look at those bloodstone shards. Oh my god. Amazing. I still don't know why I still get excited by picking up those items, even though I know... I basically know what I'm picking up, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Ooh. Yeah, you can see there's some light leak in here. Eesh. I gotta fix that with some backface culling that I should turn off for that specific mesh. That is the downside of dynamic shadows and dynamic lighting, is that it reveals all of the flaws of a particular mesh. Where baked lighting, well, it doesn't, because, well, it's baked. And so, if you're not having any light come through, you can just bake it exactly how you want it. And that's how it's gonna look. And that's pretty awesome. Damn, I thought you were dead, dude. I just assumed you were dead. We can be open and honest. Oh, okay. Okay. Settle down. Settle the fuck down, dude. A monocular noise. Okay, we have officially cleared out this side. Is there an item? That's gonna happen a lot, where my brain tells me that something is there, and then it's not. Also, check out the dynamic shadows. Check how they dance on your character. It's really cool. It's really nice. It also happened on the enemy because, of course, it's dynamic lighting. So it's really cool looking. Yeah, actually, we can't open the thing yet. Obviously, technically, we can. I guess you could buy the thing to open this, right? Later. Oh, did I forget to pick up an item? Fuck yeah, I did. Oh shit. You know what's funny? So, Lance McDonald, name drop, of course, and I were talking on Twitter, as one does. Lance is the GOAT, who developed the 60 FPS patch, in case you were not aware. Also does a lot of data mining stuff, and streams. Very cool. Massively different time zone than me, unfortunately. But we were talking about how this guy, because I mentioned that this guy only appears once, and then he doesn't respawn. Which obviously is weird, because all of these guys respawn. Except for like those special enemies that don't, right? Like there are one-off type, but this guy, he's just a normal guy. And then Lance was like, oh yeah, well, in that one area, they actually had one of those trap guns that you see in the DLC. They actually have one of them set up here in an earlier version of the game. And so I actually pulled up the map editor, as I do normally, and yeah, if you fly here, you can actually see that there is still a dummy version of it in the map information, where there's a guy standing here. So they kept the guy, but the gun was removed. But they still have like the logic somewhat, and the triggers for like a button, and then it would start shooting you. So I thought that was cool. I was like, oh hell yeah. Alright. This place usually, I don't know, there's something around this place that usually fucks me up. Not sure why, if it's just the dogs or something. Okay, cold blood do. Molotov cocktail. Nice. Very nice. Ooh, see, told you. I got lucky though. That it didn't. They didn't. I think I got that lucky perk that very rarely happens, where your health doesn't actually go down to 0. Enemies can also do it, which is annoying. But I kind of. It's a fun little. Like fuck you to the player. I love that. Where they go, nope, they didn't die. They should have, but they did. And you're like, fuck. Shit, did I really not have this as shadow casting? Really? Huh. Maybe I should go change that real quick. Oops. That's my bad. Hold on a second, chat. I'm sorry, computer, for what I'm about to do to you. But I'm gonna load up my project. You can't see it. Don't worry about it. You can still see the game, though. I think. Yes, you can still see the game. It'll take 2 seconds. I know you would probably prefer to see it. Well, I might be able to do that, actually. Okay, here's my map editor for my project. Let's pull up the Cathedral Ward, which has 2 different identification or map. Oh shit, okay. That tweet is now being seen by a lot of big people. Oh boy. Okay, so let's... Oh, look at that, I got lucky. Okay, so here's the spot. So here's what I was talking about. Here's like the activator for that gun trap thing, and then they have this like I think the gun was meant to be, maybe the gun still isn't there, but this is here. Yeah, there was meant to be something. Oh yeah, here's the gun. Oh, actually they have 2 guns. Yeah, it's like a weird dummy object situation. And then they have like a sphere, which is a patrol info for, I think it's for the guy that walks around here. But it's very odd how he despawns. But yeah, you can see there's actually 2 different logic boxes for like a button or something. But of course that was removed in the released game. Wait. Oh, there's the spotlight. Oh, that's why I don't have it shadow casting. Yeah, okay. So the reason I don't have this spotlight shadow casting is because the origin for this spotlight is actually inside the building. So it's inside the mesh itself. And the problem you'll have there is, well, if I set it to be shadow casting, and because I have turned all of the buildings and the meshes into shadow casting as well, well, that means the light is no longer going to look correct, because right now it's set to not be shadow casting as the shadow casting, or as a point light or a spotlight. And so you can see the spotlight is set to go this way, and yeah, it basically, because it's not shadow casting, it's allowed to go through the building and still look correct. And if I wanted to make it shadow casting, I would have to move the light, which I technically could do. Like, I could, because technically it's supposed to be emulating, as far as I can tell, light coming through the door, even though it's like much higher, for reasons, and you can't really have them go through the windows because it there's actually a building on the outside of it, so it doesn't quite work. as an actual source for that. But I am curious if I can play around with it just for a second. Just for a second. This is what y'all like anyway. So in this case, if I just move it up and move it to like right here, and then if I just turn down the distance of it, that's the radius. I guess I could turn that down too. Spotlight width. That's an unknown one. Okay. Diffuse intensity. There's also that. Oh yeah, I think it's just the radius. That's right. I'm used to point lights in DS1, and they don't function the same way at all. Okay, yeah, that makes them a little bit smaller because I moved it up, so I don't need it to be as bright. And then we will do cast shadows. Yes. Okay. And let's save that. And then we're going to log out. And I will switch this back to Bloodborne. Nice, that worked. And then I'm going to copy over my changes. Just stored in the map. Okay. Let's copy that. Okay. And we're back. Yeah, the shadow, see, that's the thing. The shadow doesn't look great. I don't think the shadow looks great. It just doesn't. I think it just, oh, hold on. Hold on. This actually could be cooler in just a second. I forgot to set the other things in the room as a point light shadow source. So basically this tomb will start reacting to the spotlight. That's my bad. I forgot to turn that on. Because that's actually a separate toggle. They have sun shadow casting or point light shadow casting. And you can turn on both of them. But of course the point light shadow casting is just for spotlights and point lights. So they are a separate thing. Okay, so I turn that on. That should work. Even if the player shadow looks kind of doofy in this, still kind of fun to play around with, to be honest. Alright, let's log out, because I once again applied new changes. Okay, come on. I think it is. Or maybe it's just high enough that it still doesn't get blocked by the tombstone. Or no. Hold on. I think I know what's going on. Yeah, there's the other version of Cathedral Ward that I have to load up. Alright, hold on. It'll take but a second. Oh god, I'm gonna take a look at this tweet. Yeah, it's popping off. It's popping off. Oh boy. I always get a little nervous when, because it's like more eyes on you. And it's kind of like, ooh, okay. But it's good. It's good. We like eyes on us, you know. No biggie. Actually, I just thought about it. I probably could have had the spotlight in the original spot, but not had the exterior building be a point light shadow casting source. Shit. That's true. It's close enough. Alright, one more second. Enjoy the music on the main menu for a second. I'm cooking something up. Okay. I'm gonna save that. Paste it back, and then we're good to go. Alright, let's load back in. Oh my god, it worked. Check that out. Or maybe it's supposed to be emulating, I guess, the windows up there. I don't know. Anyway, we now have a player shadow. And not only that, we have the actual tomb casting a shadow as well. And the body on top of the tomb. That was worth it. That was pretty worth it. Okay, so let's go up this way. Okay, well, you don't need to tell me I'm in Cathedral Ward. I have not left it yet. Okay, doggos, you come down first. God, oh, forgot I had a cooler. Okay, actually, not that. I did get a hunter garb. I mean, come on. Come on. This guy looks pretty cool, right? We can all admit that. Also, yes, I just burped on the mic. Don't worry about it. Okay, here's the moment where we're gonna see the dynamic shadows in action more than they already are. Because they're dynamic, the shadow moves with it. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. Cool to me, at least. And that's the first bar that I cross is it cool for me? If yes, I go awesome. Oh, do you see that those candles actually load in? They loaded in kind of late. Yeah, they kind of flicker in a little bit. It's fine. I did manually add a shitload of point lights to a lot of candles in this game, and it took a while. It took a long while, but it was worth it. Come on, drop your shit. Oh, bloodstone shard. Okay, let me go grab my antidote. Nailed it. 4 antidote, though. That's awesome. Oh, hell yeah. And here we are. Uh-oh. I think it's loading. Don't worry about it, it's loading. This is a loading hitch. Okay, we got through it. Sometimes it just, it's cooking on something, Pungent blood cocktail, nice, nice. Oh my god, I love old Yharnam. I love it. Ah, shit. Yeah, there's some shadow culling issues in old Yharnam. Oops. My bad. I can fix that very quickly. Yeah, just hear him talk for a second. I gotta crack open a G-Param. It sounds way cooler than it is. Um. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's change that value. It's basically I have to change the volume depth setting for the shadows, which basically means the game, it tells the game how tall can an object be and still have it cast a dynamic shadow. And by default, it's set to a low enough amount that it covers most meshes, but not all the tallest ones. Because, of course, the game was not designed with dynamic shadows in mind at all. Just, that was not. They did dynamic shadows, obviously, for the player. The enemies, obviously, because they move, so they have to do that. But that was not the plan for meshes. Of course, they ended up doing that with Sekiro. That was the shift when they went to dynamic lighting primarily, which really helped them a lot with their move to Elden Ring and open world. Because open world games, if you're going to have a time of day system, you simply cannot have baked lighting. Unless you just had distinct different periods of time that it switches to, which is what Bloodborne does. As you progress the game at certain moments, like killing Amelia or killing Papa G, it progresses the time. So certain areas change. But that's it. That's it's not like an actual time of day system. It's just, hey, what if we had a separate param setup for when this event happened? So the reality is a lot, maybe less cool, but I love that Bloodborne does that. I think it's such a cool feature of like going back to an area for the first time and you're like, oh shit, it's different. It's dark. Or especially once you unleash the dream or whatever. Or you see the reality. Alright, so let's quit out because I just fixed the shadow issue. Noise. Come on. Wow, it still does it? You can see, like, as I rotate, it basically says, oh, we should render that shadow. But as I turn the camera, it says, ooh, we can cull that. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me pump it up a little higher. Let me pump it up. By default, it's at 100, and then I boost it to 150. Float around that number for a little bit, and basically raise the number until the engine stops culling the shadows. Now there is a trade-off, because obviously I think there are people who would say, well, why don't you just put it up to the max value? Which, to be fair, I don't even know what the max value is. It's probably 9999. But the reason not to do that is the higher you put the volume depth number in the shadow param, it actually moves where the shadows are in relation to the thing that's casting the shadow. So as I move this number up, the shadows slowly start to move away from the source, and sometimes there can be a gap to where there is no shadow between something, and that looks bad. So there are instances you don't want to just pump it up to a ridiculous number, because that will not achieve what you want. And I learned that through trial and error. Okay, we're back. I'm sure none of you mind the modding, as that's obviously what my channel is, right? Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Sweet. You bastard. Got him. Man, old Yharnam just... What a looker. I mean, obviously the textures help, but the dynamic shadows, but still. Oh, I can upgrade my weapon again. Oh, and I have a lot of echoes. Shit. Okay. Actually, yeah. Let's go back to the dream real quick. What brand of shad is this? This is the this is just the standard pre-release build. I don't actually recommend using any other branch or fork anymore. That was only useful for a while, a long time ago. But now there's like weird extra code that's being added to like the BB fork or whatever that's done by that Diego guy or whatever. I don't know. It's just not necessary anymore. You can just use the pre-release build. All right, let's go upgrade the weapon. And it's honestly in a fantastic state. Like we can allocate extra VRAM. It's fantastic. Okay. What if I saw spear? Oh, we get to go up twice. Good. Yes. Yes. HP continues to recover. Fuck yeah. I think it's like terribly slow, right? I think I have a little bit of health I need to recover, right? No, maybe not. Maybe not.
Welcome. Very well.
Yeah, let me channel my echoes, you know? Probably should pump up a little endurance. God, my guy does look pretty cool though. Silver Fox, I think is what they call him. Oh, I do have some cold blood goo. That's true. Nice. Actually, yeah, let me buy some blood vials. Nice. Oh, we have 56 now? I want to see how high we can get that total number of blood vials. Oh yeah, I forgot. Old Yharnam is still on this one. We gotta beat BSB. And then ideally we would do the other areas before Amelia, just because you get to see them in the daytime, and that's pretty unusual. It seems like, at least in the playthroughs I've seen, and of course how I did it, is I saw the nighttime version, and I ended up killing Amelia. Okay, that was a quick swing. I'll give you that. You get one. You get one off me. Okay, you get two off me. You bitch. I always forget that you can whack the enemies for like a couple seconds after they die, and you still get health. It's like a pro tip that I always forget. I mean, if you have health to regenerate. I did not there, but I swung anyway. There should be an item back here. Yes. Good, good. Well, I don't need the shards anymore, but, you know, I'll take it. Alright, let's get shot at by a jabroni. Actually, Jura's kind of based as hell, right? Because he's like, these people are humans. You're killing humans. It's like, yeah, they used to be people. Now they're beasts. They're flesh-hungry beasts. But technically, would they have attacked me had I not... Dude, you're like the fucking employee of the month over here. Oh my god. That dude was crazy. That dude popped off. Oh, wait. Why does that look overly dark? God damn it. What did I do to these pillars? Shit. Hold on a second. I gotta fix something. I think I may have... I did something to those pillars. Because they were too bright before, but now they're too dark. What the fuck? The hell is going on? Okay, actually, I will switch it over to the map editor so you guys can see. Sorry you got jump scared with rainbow mesh. Okay, we're in Old Yharnam. And what I'm looking at is this. 9290. There's something going on here. Okay, so... Okay, you guys look at that for a second. I gotta go into my map folder. Go into Old Yharnam's folder. Oh, okay. I'm gonna open up the... Well, you can't see this, but don't worry about it. It's happening. Okay, so it's set to use a light map, which is 9290. Sure, sure. Okay. Let's open up the baked lighting folder. Which once again, you can't see this, but don't worry about it. It's happening. It's working. Oh, it's probably something to do with. Yeah, I bet I just fucked it up. I mean, that's the shortest answer usually is I think I darkened them. I think I ended up just saying, what if I just darken? Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. All right, hold on. I'll switch you over to Photoshop in a second. Okay. All right. Let's swap over to Photoshop. There we go. Although, kind of. It's only taken up some of the screen. I don't know why it's not deciding to render the rest of Photoshop, but whatever. Sure. Oh, okay. Hold on. I need to go click on something real quick. Hold on. Hold. Yeah, I don't know if that's the right one or not. I guess we'll find out. If not, I guess I could just disable their baked lighting entirely. Maybe that. Okay. I gotta load out of the game for a second. Because they look like shit. Repack that. And then I'm gonna switch you back over. Realistically, I shouldn't have switched you over to Photoshop to begin with, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. All right, we're back. I had to fix some baked lighting on the back end. No, still looks weird, but whatever. It's fine. I'll come back to it.
You are a skilled hunter.
I am a skilled hunter. It's true. Very true. I do appreciate the compliment. At a minimum, right? Oh, shit. Antidote, antidote. Alright, chill out, big dog. Ooh, gemstone. Sick. Nice. He's never been that good of a shot, thankfully. At least not for me. Also, peep the dynamic shadows. Peep the dynamic shadows. pretty sick. Even the grass. Although you can see, of course, the shadows are struggling a little bit, but that's normal. Very thin. Very thin objects. Yeah. Damn, that move is quick. Okay, I got an extra swing off that, or an extra little bit of healing. I'll admit that actually kind of got me this time. Homie finally scared me. Oh, no item drop? Oh, blood tinge. Okay, that was not a good start. Okay. Oh, the clutch blood vial. You love to see it. See you guys later. Gotta go. Gots to go. Actually, I don't think I'll kill Jura. Do you have any insider info on DS3 lighting engine? Honestly, hey, you usually don't go this far. Okay, yeah. Go back. Go back. No, I don't have any inside info on DS3 lighting engine. Quite honestly, I mean, the only info I have is just from being in the DS2 lighting engine server, which I admit I don't actually show up to very often. But no, he's working on the path tracing for DS2. So DS3 is not currently being worked on, as far as I'm aware. But of course, the experience of developing things for DS2 lighting engine does cross over. So it's not as if working on DS2 means that DS3 lighting engine doesn't, benefit. It does. There is a shared code base there, as far as I'm aware. So, but yeah, it's not like the active development currently. The path tracing for Dark Souls 2 looks crazy. I honestly plan to switch over to Dark Souls 2 modding again. Whenever that goes live. That's just too good of an opportunity to revisit my Dark Souls 2 mod. Because I'm still pretty proud of that mod. I think it looks great. And obviously, you have lighting engine to thank for that, but I did do a lot of texture work and mate maps and configuring the atmospheres, shadow casting. There's a lot of work that went into that. But it is enabled by DS2 lighting engine. But no insider info. I haven't been able to test the path tracing thing yet. I'd love to. But I hear it's coming along quite well. And the really exciting thing is that he's developing the path tracing thing on I think it's on a 3060 Ti. So that's pretty good, pretty crazy, like good performance on a 3060, because he's very big on optimization, which is nice. You know what? I'm gonna put the antidote on the goddamn bar. I did a DS2 playthrough minus the DLCs with your mod and LE, and it was amazing. Incredible work. Hell yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that mod. There's still things I definitely do want to change, but man, I think I cooked on the shininess map a little bit too much. Don't remember that, but yeah, this one's a little too shiny. Man, what a look. What a design for an area. Like they're fake light shafts, but still very effective. All right, let's get our chalice thing. Nice. Okay. I don't know what that flickering of lighting was, but oh, it's still okay. Well, admittedly, the object is very tall. So I can't blame the game for being like, how do we not call the object that's so fucking tall? It's like, yeah, that's true. I I I admit you're not wrong. You're not wrong, video game. That is normally one you would pull. Let's get the Grundle shot as he's grinding the Grundle to climb this incredibly long ladder. Oh my god, I just saw a heart. I saw a heart. I don't know what that means. Apparently that's a thing that the stream does where there's a people hit the heart button. I don't know what that does. But cool. I will say here is a good example of, oh man, yeah, that shadow thing is, that's not great. I'll do that after stream. But yeah, here's a good example of parallax occlusion mapping. As this is a completely flat surface, but with the inclusion of a height map, you actually get pretty good perceived depth on this cobble surface. It's a real shame that FromSoft moved away from parallax occlusion mapping. I mean, to be fair, they were barely there to begin with. They only used it sparingly. In DS2 and DS3, Bloodborne, they used it a handful of times, and that was it. But I have seen enough evidence that they were testing it out. The biggest example is the Dark Souls 2 Shulva DLC, actually, where there's actually a shitload of parallax that just is unused. It's kind of crazy. They had a crap ton of height maps that they made, and then they were just never enabled, which part of the reason why they were not enabled is because obviously parallax occlusion mapping, there is a cost. It's not free. So presumably that's why they did it. Oh, check out this parallax. That's some crazy parallax right there. That's pretty good parallax. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Yeah, okay, I'll kill these guys. They do drop their little shards, so, and I can just hit them in the asshole repeatedly, and it totally works. Ooh, item. Item. Oh, my cat is meowing. He wants back in. They don't like when I have the door closed. They want easy access. They want in and out privileges. So they hate when I let them in and then I close the door again. And they're like, well, what the fuck is this? That's some jabroni shit. I want to get in and out. Look at that bitch ass. Look at that little bitch. Just hanging out up there. Just hanging out. I'm gonna go let my cat in. Assuming he's at the door. I'm assuming he is. Alright, I'm back. Had to help him, or hang out with him while he eats for a little bit. He tends to really like that. Okay, you bitch ass. Nice try. Actually, terrible try. The worst try, in fact. That's so cool. I love that. Man, I'm just bullying these guys. Maybe this is a baby game. I don't know. Yeah, I do think I cooked on these. I cooked not well. Yeah, I think these shininess maps are a little bit too much on some of these interior surfaces. I think when I was playing through here, I was using my G-params, which have different specular values, so that's part of the reason. But, man, I'm getting shards out the ass. I might as well just... Man, I guess I could have like a secondary weapon. Okay, shortcut officially unlocked. Oh, papers. My brain does tend to remember where things are, but not necessarily what they are all the time. If that makes sense. Man, that guy always gets fucking guy in the alleyway. Oish. Dang, I have 10,000 echoes? Oh. Bloodstone shard. I really don't need any more at the moment, but yeah, okay, it's still it's still shadow culling, which is understandable. Any more fire paper? Do y'all have more fire paper? No, but you have a cold blood dude. I'll take it. I'll goddamn take it. Chat? What if I play with some goddamn risk? Specular maps is such a pet peeve of mine. Yeah, I do think I'm pretty consistent with them. I do try to make them not look like shit. You know, it kind of depends. I try not to go overboard, but I think those interior ones, I probably got to tweak those down a little bit. I think they're a little too... I think they got a little bit too much shininess going on, you know. Okay. I have 6 beast blood pellets, which is, I'm assuming some sort of Viagra Cialis related. Well, I guess what we would call it now is that's my blue chew, all right? That's my blue chew. I got my blue chew. I got my antidotes, which just looks like some pills. And I actually am going to try the oil urn and then throw the cocktail. And also fire paper. It's a bad idea to put so many things on my hotbar, but I'll even do the pungent blood cocktail. I don't even normally do that. Cheese or whatever, where you like throw it into a corner, but it actually might be smart. Especially as I have nearly 11k runes, blood echoes, souls, whatever you want to call them. Souls bucks. Miyazaki dollars. What if I get you to go over there? And I oil you up. And then I throw... Oh, actually, it worked. Yeah. Oh, we have to throw another oil urn, actually. Okay, whiffed. Well, it went right over, which seems, you know, annoying. Oop! Oh, I ran out of... No. Holy shit, I'm cooking this one. Okay, big dog. What are you doing? that was pretty funny. That was funny. Frame rate's getting a little... Got him. I mean, I cheesed the fuck out of him. I used everything in my pants. Worth it. Worth it. We're just making progress. That's what we're doing. Antidote. Noise. Noise. I like that it drops as 1 and then 2 antidotes. It's like, well, you could just drop 3. But that's fine. That's fine. Oh my god, 17K? I'm crushing it. Squash. I'm definitely one of those people that I use all my blood echoes at all times.
Welcome.
A lot of people will sit on their pocket blood, which is a terrible name for it.
Very well.
But a lot of people like sit on those, which makes sense, I guess. Like if you later on need to spend money on something, you can be like, oh, here you go. I have money. I have cash. And I just always maximize my blood echoes at all times. That's just always been how I play. Oh, look at that. We absolutely cleared it out. It's perfect. Man, we're doing real good. Alright, now we have our new door unlocked. Frame rate is not doing great. We may have hit a point where, oh my god, one of my cats has the absolute zoomies right now. Let's close Photoshop. And my other project thingy that might help actually. Yeah, that did help. Nice, nice. Yeah, that wasn't the cleanest. I'll be the first to admit. That was a bit messy. Oh, look at this light leak. Some hole up there. Also, I need y'all to clap for me because I added a point light. I mean, this is months ago. I added a point light to each one of these candles. That took a while. That took quite a while. Oh, blood tinged gemstone too. Yeah, a little bit of light leak there. Whoops. I'm seeing that there are celebration emotes being used. I don't know what that means, but apparently I think it's good. Oh, 2 vials? Hey, what's up, Big Dog? Look at the dynamic lighting. That's pretty sick. I will say the moon in all the areas has a weird artifact on the top of it, which I don't fully understand what that is. I don't. That's the same moon mesh that they use all over the game. For some reason, it has a little top part that looks weird. And I don't know. That's been a bug for a while. I haven't quite figured out what that is. But, oh, shit in my fucking ass. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, okay, that's just rude. That's just rude. That's what that is. Oh, thick, cold blood. You love to see it. You know, I will go up, even though I know I don't have the key yet, but I think there's some loot up here. I'm pretty sure. Nope. The sky and the cosmos are one. Okay. I agree. I will take your word for that. Oh, item. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. I'd love to see it. Alright. Let's go down, and then we'll do our little jump puzzle, which is always fun. I love doing a jump puzzle. Am I going the wrong way? I'm probably going the wrong way, right? Do I have... Oh, I never noticed. There's a whole goddamn... There's just a big hole in this mesh. Oh, okay. That's crazy. Yeah, there's just a giant hole there. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, don't mind me getting lost. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Can happen to the best of us. Okay, here we go. I also placed a point light for each one of these candles, and it took a long time. Was it worth it? Yeah, probably. I could go to the secret entrance or whatever, but eh. We're here on business. We're here purely on business. No time for lollygagging, alright? I will say this lighting does make this jump a lot easier. Wonder why. I'm using the default G params, but I wonder if there might be something related to that. Because yeah, that's like... That was super easy to see. I might need to tweak that, because I think... Yeah, oh, okay. I think I made a big mistake in this room. I don't know why I disabled the baked lighting. Or, I need to put the baked shadows back on for this specific area. Yeah. Because it's too bright as is. Yeah, okay. Duly noted. I will fix that. Man, that motherfucker just runs. This guy is so cool, and what's weird is that he's like a one-off enemy. I don't really know why he's a one-off enemy, but he is. I've always found that strange. That he's like really cool and has like flame powers, which he didn't even get to use them there, but and then he just doesn't use them again. Or he just doesn't show up again. Maybe he's in the Chalice dungeons somewhere. I would say. I agree. Okay. Yeah, I knew someone was gonna try to rip my dick off. Ah, that's where you get the sweaty clothes. God damn it. Don't give me this. Oh, not the bad guy. I'm not ready for bag time. I'm not ready to be put into his sack. I don't want to see the sack. I don't want to be in the sack. I don't want to feel the sack. I don't want anything to do with that sack. Oh man, there's another baked lighting. Alright, dynamic lighting problem. Yeah, that's a little bit of back face culling. Oh, the things that baked lighting hides. It's I mean, that's obviously why it gets used. It's a wonderful solution. Well, there we go. Look at that. We have now made it out of that. Yoink. Man, we are cruising. What's up, guys? Gotcha. Gotcha. So there's Big Dog. Oh, is Bagman there? Bagman is there. I guess Bagman he must show up after BSB. That checks out. My cat Cecil is meowing incessantly. For reasons beyond comprehension. Alright, let's use a little bit of cold blood. Please.
Welcome. What?
Oh, actually, hold on.
Well, good.
Let me go look at my blood gem. Because I did get some new ones. Oh, I guess I can't. I guess the other ones don't even show up yet. Huh. Well, that's weird. Alright. I'm pretty cool with that. So we gotta do Hemwick and Forbidden Woods. Where are we at? I think we'll go till 5 o'clock. Which is in 34 minutes. And then I'll go back into my coffin and rest. But actually, realistically, I'll go fix some issues in old Yharnam. Yeah, that's right. Guess we'll go to Hemwick. Hemwick Charnel Lane. Yep. Let's run up here. Go past Big Dog and other Big Dog. And 2 more Big Dogs. Okay. God, I love the scythe guys. They're so cool. Okay, don't mind me. Don't mind me. Okay, game was loading some stuff. Don't worry about it. Bolt Hunter's Mark. Nice. I don't think I've ever noticed that actually says something. I think it just says Hemwick, right? Oh, nice. I'll take a screenshot. I've literally never noticed that there's a sign there. It says Hemwick. Well, duly noted. Ooh. absolutely raw dog. I'm gonna get demon dog. Never mind, I won't get demon dogged. That would never happen. Okay, where'd the doggo go? Oh shit, where'd the dog go? Oh fuck, okay. Alright. Hey, never mind guys. Never mind guys. I'm just gonna go to the lamp, okay? Sorry. I changed my mind. I just love lamp, okay? Okay. Have your fun. Yeah, I got iPhones. Don't worry about it, I got iPhones. Okay. Whoop. Got him. Hell yeah, we're cruising. Absolutely cruising. Okay, alright, I'm getting a little sloppy with my technique. Ow. Ball, nice, nice. I'm pretty sure that whatever weapon she's holding is definitely not a weapon in this game. Oh, twin bloodstone shards. Nice. Well, that's a real shame. Oh, I love this.
Did you hear the graveyard
Look.
murmurs?
Oh.
Then it's almost time.
Oh, so this person talks if you speak to them in the daytime. Okay.
Did you hear the grave? Then it's
Well, that's cool. I never knew that. Yeah, usually that person just goes, Okay. Nice. Well, that's why you come in the daytime, right? I guess I don't have high enough insight for the insight monsters to spawn. I kind of thought I did, to be honest. Really? Nothing? Yeah. Okay, we got some stingy ass enemies here. Poop out a goddamn item. Okay. Give me what I want and what I deserve. Oh, okay. Well, the item drops. Oh, that was... Oh, I forgot that I actually placed light shafts here. Oops. I placed them in the wrong spot. Technically, this area didn't have any light shafts originally. I was testing with how they do this type of light shaft. And boy, I placed it in the wrong spot. But it still looks cool. I'll give him that. Damn, okay, is my luck stat like at 0? Is that what's going on? I don't know. Alright. Okay, let's not get knocked off by this one lady. Okay, so the trouble here is you want to not hit the friendly bird. You want to leave Carl alive. Okay, see? Carl is a friendly bird. What's up, mold eater? Yes, the Carl is a friendly bird. It's probably just an AI oversight, but it's pretty legendary in the community. Yeah, she's kind of goofy. I love those little errors like that. It's like, oh, okay. I think it's like the Titanite demon in Lost Izalith that actually comes back after you kill it, which seems to be just like a little issue with a flag that is flipped. Because obviously the rest of them do not respawn. Okay, you're kind of popping off. Like, let me be real with you. I think you're popping off. Boom. Ash, I think that makes your shots stronger, right? Oh, you got some health, big dog. Not anymore. Oh, oh no. Oh no no no. No 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 no. 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 Let me back up. Let me back up. Let me back up. Let me back up. Game? You know you want to let me back up. Game? Game. Miyazaki. Miyazaki? I know what you're thinking. Do not do it. Do not let me lose. Miyazaki? Okay, Miyazaki. Miyazaki. Let's think this through. You don't have to do this. God damn it. You didn't. I mean, well, I can bolt Hunter's Mark. That's very true. I am thinking about it, but I like the idea of, can I break? Okay. Fuck. Well, I'm lucky that I didn't fall. I got an absolute clip of a collision. Fantastic. Okay, let's go use those souls. Let's go soul it up. Maybe we can beat the Witches of Fenway before the stream is over.
Welcome. What is it? Very well.
You know what? And then the rest, I'm gonna go buy blood vials. 14. Oh fuck yeah! So we're up to 72. Yes, I want to see how high I can get that number. I do have the shortcut. That's very true. I literally just got the shortcut before that mishap. We're good to go. Oop, I forgot to send it up. Yeah. Oh. Oop, self-care. There you go. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, that was way better. That's where you just swing away, Merle. Okay, well, you did hit me. Oh shit, I'm about to eat this guy. Yoink. Later, nerd. Got him. Okay. Okay, ladies, get your ass out here. Oh, you're just walking around aimless. Okay. Okay, well, if you're gonna be like that, I will come into your house. Oh, you must have been in one of those other pins. It's crazy. Oh. Hey, hey. Oh, twin bloodstone. Oh, I bet we could have upgraded our weapon. That's true. That's true. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, okay. I'm gonna throw an oil urn at you, even though I don't have a Molotov. Okay, I almost ate shit on that one, I'll be honest with you. Okay. I'm trying to be cool and like not just parry you guys every time. I feel like that gets old. I say as I parry him. Oh, you drop goddamn coins? Ain't nobody wanting those coins. So I think it is funny that enemies drop blood vials, but they don't use blood vials. What's up with that? Oh wow, she had her one chance and then she went, well, I guess I'll just quit. I guess it's not worth it after this. Okay, but I carried her with me, don't worry about it, it's fine. Oh, Cortex 1088, what is up? Welcome in. The stream will be ending soon, but before then, I will destroy the Witches of Hemwick. Or maybe I'll just die here, like if we're honest. Yes. Yeah, they have certainly reused a lot of stuff for Elden Ring. Which I know some people give him shit for, but hey, I think it makes sense. Oh good, okay. So at least we do get these guys. See you later. Alright. How dare you make me waste my fire pit. And also my Viagra, that's, or my Blue Chew, or whatever we're calling it now. Not their best boss. Oh, okay, you're up there. Yeah. But also not their worst. I think it's fine. I think I can backstab. I don't think I've ever tried. I don't think I've ever had the chance to like backstab him, right? Take another Blue Chew. Damn, that was actually a pretty sick drop attack, considering those. Oh, okay. All right. Now I am doing the risky play, which is not getting rid of the people. That's a risky play. Now let's see if it pays off. It probably won't, but. Can I get lucky with the witch placement? Possibly. Oh shit, I really did. Wait, does one of them have 1 health? Fuck you. God damn it. You son of a bitch. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Oh, so you have 1 health. Well, that's annoying. I don't think I've seen that happen. Okay, where's the... Okay, there. Alright. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's see. What's up, Jello567? You have just seen a grand, victorious battle. Alright. Got it. Boom. Rune Workshop tool. We love to see it. We absolutely love to see it. And then we'll go back, hit that, and then dip out to go back to the Hunter's Dream. Alright, and I have a whole lot of thick cold blood. I don't know why I said it like that. Thick cold blood 4. With
Welcome.
we are absolutely jacked
Very well.
out of our gourd. 1. Isn't Blood Tinge good for... I think Blood Tinge is good for parrying, right? I'll worry about that later. Okay, let's go spend my pocket change on blood vials, which we are back up to 72. Okay, we're staying even. Oh fuck! Actually, hold on. Let me go sell some shit, which I know is stupid because I just spent money, but let me get rid of my shit I don't care about, because there's quite a few of these I do not care about. Monocular. Fuck off. Bloodshot eyeball. Well, that's actually not. I'm gonna go upgrade my weapon to +4 or 5, I think. Oh, yes! Look at that! And we have a rune, higher blood vials, and... sure. No. Man, we're doing so good. Okay, so we just did that. Now we can do Forbidden Woods. We can do Amelia. That'll be the next stream. And we can fly through this game. And then we'll do the DLC too, of course. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. It's been a nice little 3-hour stream. I'm thinking I'll stream again on Friday. Same time. I feel like 2 p.m. is going to be the time I stream each time, because I think it's just a good time for me. I can wake up. Maybe it's late enough in the day that some other time zones can get in. I don't know. But a consistent time seems like the best option. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. And of course, you can watch the whole VOD. And there's a playlist that's made for it, just for this playthrough. So that way, if you ever want to see how a certain area looks in the mod currently, the streams will have that information in 1440p. It's not going to be as good as if you're playing it on your computer, but I think it's still going to be pretty good. It's pretty good bit rate that's getting sent to. But anyway, I'll see you either on the next video or the next stream. But I appreciate you guys popping in, and yeah, I'll see you on Friday.